Practice 2. Part 6. Question 71. To measure AC cycles per second you would use a frequency meter. Use a frequency meter to measure AC cycles per second. To measure AC cycles per second use a frequency meter. Question 72. A scaril is a synthetic non-flammable insulation liquid which when decomposed by electrical arcs, involves non-flammable gases. A synthetic non-flammable insulation liquid that doesn't produce flammable gases when decomposed by electrical arcs is a scaril. A scaril is a synthetic non-flammable insulation liquid which when decomposed by electrical arcs, involves non-flammable gases. Question 73. An AC ammeter is calibrated to read RMS values. This means that the meter is reading the effective value. AC ammeter reads the effective value when calibrated to read RMS values. An AC ammeter is calibrated to read RMS values reads the effective value. Question 74. A point in a wiring system at which current is taken to supply utilization equipment is called an outlet, DEF 100. Wiring systems take current to a supply point to be used by equipment at the outlet. Wires bring current to the supply point, outlet, for appliance utilization. Question 75. Ammeter is connected in series with a load. Connect an ammeter in series with a load. An ammeter must be connected with a load in series. Question 76. Hickey is a tool used to bend small sizes of rigid conduit. Use a hickey to bend small sizes of rigid conduit. To bend small sizes of conduit, use a hickey. Question 77. The rubber conductor used for moisture and heat resistance is RHW. Rubber, heat resistance, wet locations. RHW is best rubber conductor for heat and moisture resistance. Rubber, heat resistance, wet locations. Rubber conductor best for heat and moisture resistance is RHW. Rubber, heat resistance, wet locations. Question 78. The conductors and equipment for delivering energy from the electricity supply system to wiring system of the premises served is called the service. An electrical service supplies electricity to the premises wiring systems. Conductors and equipment supplying electricity to the premises wiring systems from the service. Question 79. If you are asked to check the power factor of a load and you cannot get a power factor meter, you would then use an ammeter, a watt meter and a voltmeter. To check power factor without power factor meter, use ammeter, watt meter and voltmeter. If you need to check power factor, use ammeter, watt meter and voltmeter. Question 80. A multimeter is a combination of voltmeter, ohm meter and ammeter. A multimeter has voltmeter, ohm meter and ammeter. A multimeter is a combination of voltmeter, ohm meter and ammeter. Question 81. When troubleshooting a branch circuit, turn on all appliances. Turn on all appliances when troubleshooting a branch circuit. You should turn on all appliances when troubleshooting a branch circuit. Question 82. False statement. Each doorway for transformer vaults shall be fully louvered for ventilation. False. Each doorway for transformer vaults shall be fully louvered for ventilation. False. Transformer vault doorways do not need to be fully louvered for ventilation. Question 83. According to electrical code, high voltage conductors are protected by the circuit breaker if it has 6 times the ampacity of the conductor for its trip setting, short circuit protection. Short circuit protection rating on high voltage conductors requires the conductors protected by the circuit breaker to be rated 6 times the ampacity of its trip setting. High voltage conductors are protected by the circuit breaker if it has 6 times the ampacity of the conductor for its trip setting for short circuit protection. Question 84. Flexible conduit may be used in runs no longer than 6 feet, with no requirement for a separate ground wire. Flex conduit have 6-foot max runs before needing a separate ground wire. After 6 feet of flexible conduit you must use a separate ground wire.